Well, the Climate Change Convention is based on two primary pillars. One is adaptation, which is how do we adapt to the new conditions that we already have, and many of them are actually not beneficial. And in Malaysia, toward the end of last year, you had both droughts and floods, and those two extremes of the hydrological cycle are typical effects of the hydrological cycle disturbance that we're seeing around the world. Here with droughts and floods, but in other areas with typhoons, with huge temperature increases and many other effects that we're seeing around the world. So adaptation is clearly an important part of the challenge, but at the same time, and hand in hand, the world also needs to look at how are we going to bring down the global greenhouse gas emissions, because it is those emissions of those greenhouse gases that have led to the effects of climate change, and we all have a responsibility to the future to do our best. That does not deny the historical responsibility and the fundamental and critical responsibility that industrialized countries have to bring down their emissions first, and to help both with finance and technology the developing countries to bring down their emissions and to adapt, because it is their primary responsibility. But it also does not deny and does not exempt the responsibility of every developing country, no matter how big or how small, to do its part, because it is a global effort that needs to be had here, and some, of course, will be able to mitigate more than others, some will have to adapt more than others, but everyone will have to participate.